Hey everyone, welcome back to the Broke Blonde Diaries.
Just a quick note before you dive into today's episode. We actually recorded this before the election.
But as we've been editing, we realized that a lot of what we talked about still hits home.
Especially with everything going on right now.
If you are feeling scared, unsettled, or just overwhelmed by the outcome, we want you to know you're not alone.
We are all navigating this uncertain time together, and our hope is that this episode can bring you a little comfort, a few laughs, and a reminder that it's okay to take a moment for yourself.
We are here with you,
and we will get through this together. Enjoy the episode. We both do that every time.
We do like the same like pulsing situation because it's such a bop.
Well, it calls for it.
Yeah, exactly. You guys, hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Broke Blonde Diaries, everyone, where somehow we turned our random chats into a podcast.
That's right, because the world desperately needed two blondes talking about Halloween, job hunting struggles, and why we don't have it all figured out yet.
And we're here to keep it real and keep it fun. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's dive into whatever chaotic topic we have for today.
Because let's be completely honest here, we barely know where this is going either. So sit tight
and enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
Guys, we're back.
We're here.
My goodness, I've had a week. I don't know about you.
Yeah. You have had a week.
I've had a week.
You've had a week.
You know, it is what it is. We got to keep moving. We got to keep grooving. For those of you out there, you know, having a week or just had a week.
Oh, yeah.
How are y'all doing out there?
Are you alive? How are you feeling?
Is everyone winning their Tuesday?
Are we going back to winning your Tuesdays?
Yes.
Are we winning our Tuesdays?
Shout out to Bailey. My gosh, like one of my APs is such a baller. She has every day. Are we winning our Tuesday today? I was like, you know what? I'm not winning my Tuesday.
We're not winning our Tuesdays.
But I feel like it's a good little check-in. Like, are you winning your Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
I love that.
Or the month.
Or the year.
Or the year.
Yeah. No, my therapist tells me to check in with myself. She's like, have you checked in? What do you need? And I'm like, girl, that's why I'm talking to you. Yeah. I don't know what I need.
You are my check-in.
You are, yeah.
That's why I'm paying you, girlfriend. It's so true. Like,
I don't know.
And sometimes a check-in, I mean, at least for me, like checking in, I'm not kidding. I was like, I need to go touch some grass today.
Touch grass this
touch
afternoon.
Touch some earth. Touch the ground. Recenter myself.
I need to figure out what the heck is going on right now.
Yeah, I think there's so much, like, I don't know, at least going on in my life that I'm like, oh boy. Are we?
Oh boy.
Ooh. Am I having a quarter life crisis right now?
Yeah.
And I had a little bit of a freak out, like just at my desk while I was like doing my job duties.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, am I gonna be okay? You know what I mean? Am I living up to my potential? Do I hate that. Do I have to do a full career change? What is that going to look like? Where am I going to live? Am I going to survive?
Yeah. Like, is this actually going to be okay? Or am I just kidding myself?
Yeah.
And this is the end.
Yeah. Like this is the end. Start playing in my head. This is the end. Yeah. My Peter.
I'm back to taps. Dun, dun, dun.
My funeral song.
Honestly,
I think there's just so much, at least in my personal life, going on right now that I'm like, okay, like, are we gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Or like, I think there's just so much unknown that I immediately start horribilizing
everything
to the worst extent.
I do the same thing.
I think most women horribleize.
Most
women.
If
you quote don't, you're lying to yourself.
You're lying because you absolutely do it. We all do it. Because
or you have an incredible therapist and good for you.
Oh, yeah. Also, what medication are you taking? Yeah. Let me know.
What meds are you taking?
Yeah.
What's your process? Yeah.
Because I will
wake myself up in the middle of the night, like from
girl.
a dead sleep, and just, oh my God, I have so many things I have to do. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Have you seen
the panic sets in so quick?
The panic. There's a movie with Sarah Jessica Parker. It's
Queen.
Queen. SJP. Here we go. She's so great, but weird and wild all at the same time. Love her.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's in a movie called I Don't Know How She Does It.
Oh man, I haven't watched that in a minute.
Pierce?
Oh, I think it is Pierce.
Or Pierce Brosnan. Brosnan?
Brosnan, yeah.
I think.
Brosnan.
We'll put his name.
Pierce Brosnan.
Whatever his name is.
007.
Former James Bond. Yeah.
007.
And her character is a mom of two. She has like a full career and she's deep into her marriage.
Yeah.
And there are multiple scenes in this movie where she is awake at night doing the list that women do of, I have to take her to ballet practice. I have to bake this thing. I have to go to this appointment. I have to turn in that report. I have to be there by 6. My husband needs this. My friends need this. I need this. My kids need that. And I'm like, oh crap, I do that.
Yeah, that's me.
Ooh, I was like sitting there going, oh, I should not be this introspective right now. It's like 4:00 on a Tuesday.
Yes.
Of like background noise.
Like, what is happening like with my life? No, that's so true. Like that specific scene. Yo, like, I'm not kidding. I mean, ever since I was little, shout out to my mom, because I think there was so much that I didn't know about like my own ADD.
Yeah.
That she did like as much research as humanly possible.
Yes.
Because there wasn't a lot of it back in the early 2000s where it was just, your daily list.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding, like wake up, make bed, brush teeth, like brush hair, get clothes on. Like, it sounds so like menial and so like,
but it's the minute details that could throw your whole day off.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, wait, did I forget to like pack my homework in my backpack?
Yeah.
Like, little.
Do I have everything I need?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I forget my shoes for PE?
Shout out to my sister, because she knows.
No, it's so real.
She forgot her shoes.
Oh no. Oh, I would be like, I'm not dressing out.
Yeah, no, listen. I'm so sorry. I'm going home. And I'm gonna bury myself in a grave now. Thank you.
I fully have forgotten my volleyball.
Oh my God, my sister's gonna be so mad at me for that.
Sorry, Sam.
I'm sorry, Sammy, but it's so funny.
You. Yo, it happens though, and it's so real. Like, I fully have forgotten my volleyball shoes my junior year in high school.
No, my sister forgot her day shoes, like shoes to wear to school.
Oh, I thought you meant just to pee. Oh, like the whole day.
Like the whole day?
No.
I'm actually crying.
Wait, what did she do?
I'm so sorry, Sammy.
What did she do?
We were running late because I'm chronically late because ADHD. I'm legitimately tearing up. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
It's so funny, but it's not funny. I'm so sorry.
That's so real.
We were running late and everything just got away from us. And because I have a tendency, it wasn't my fault, but it was my fault.
You're like, it was, and also it wasn't.
It was, and it also wasn't. And we also were the girls that had, we had to be at school at 6:15 for a period. For choir. And so
I'm sorry, you have choir that early in the morning?
We had choir that early in the morning.
No.
It was rough.
Maybe afternoon, like almost the end
like
of the
late
school
mornings was like 7. Yeah, it was rough. And so we were just tired and running late, and it just happened. My sister got out of the car and she didn't have her shoes. She's like, where are my shoes? I put them in the thing. And I'm like, I don't know. And she's looking through my car. There are no shoes.
Stop.
And she didn't have shoes, and it was raining, and she was supposed to wear boots.
Oh, it was
and so
raining
she had
too?
like her jeans tucked into socks.
Oh no.
And she had to like walk through the school.
Like waddle?
With no shoes on, so her friend brought her shoes.
Oh,
but
what?
she had to go through the whole first period with no shoes on.
Wait, how? Like,
I'm so sorry, Sam. Please don't disown me.
Sam, like, honestly, that's so period.
Queen. I mean, honestly.
You got to just own it and be like, what? I don't need shoes today.
She fully did. She was like, and what?
Yeah.
But she was mad at me.
Oh,
she was like, Lauren. It he called my mom.
What is wrong with you? This wouldn't have happened if you were like...
Honestly, oh my God.
You're like, I'm so sorry.
So writing things down, struggling.
Oh my gosh, just to like finish
having
the list.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hard though.
Do you on your list, do you also include things that don't need to happen that day, but they're just things that
I need to get done at some point.
Yeah.
But like it transfers over and I'm like, oh, I could have done it that day. But I fully did not.
Yeah.
It's so annoying because I have like, I got lists on lists on lists. I got lists for like my daily life, lists that like need to be done in the future. I have lists that need to be done like at work. I have like a notepad like list at work. I'm very old school like that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Down.
Gotta write it all.
And even like, for instance, like even like time codes, like, cause I'm writing, I'm like, putting like the start time and end time to like, the highlight reels that we're going to be having, you know, at the very end of the year, which is like really exciting stuff. Oh my gosh. Which I'm super excited for. And I'm very excited to show you guys at the very end. That will be super fun. All the editors are working their butt off to make that happen. But it's still like handwriting it down, calculating it out, making sure everything's on par. But man, like lists are huge, like growing up and like even now as an adult, I'm like, okay. Like now I'm like, okay, life, like life list, work list, future list, car insurance list. Like, did I get my like teeth cleaning done? Like, it's just like,
I actually need to put that on my list.
I know. That's what I mean though.
You've mentioned that a couple times.
I've mentioned that
every
like
time you say it. I'm like, oh, I need to do that.
Put it on your list.
Put it on my list. But I have this horrible habit because like you said, you're having a week.
Yeah.
It's okay. We all have weeks.
Yeah.
There are days where I'm having such a day or such a week, I forget to do the list.
Oh, yeah.
And I just
like
I
total dissociation.
Yes.
Like, oh wait, I've been staring at the wall for 6 hours because of depression.
No, Jess. But for real though, okay, this is so much more honest than I want to be.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna get real honest here because
actually this episode we have a couple things. We're gonna be very honest in this episode. Funny you say that. I the other day was at home and I had so much to do on my computer. I had a list of things. All of a sudden I go down this like rabbit hole on my phone and I look up from my computer and I am actually not joking. It had been 2 hours.
Yo, time blindness, if y'all don't understand.
Oh my God.
Time blindness is so real. And for those of you for those of you who don't understand what time blindness is, like especially for people who have like ADD or anything like that, you will literally blank out.
I couldn't tell you what I was looking at on my phone.
Couldn't tell you what I did for the past 2 hours, but it's literally like you almost had like a coma and then like woke up from it. And
I'm like, oh my God, why is my neck hurt so bad? Like,
what have I been doing for 2 hours? Or like, oh, I just put on this 5-minute video and like look at my phone. I'm like, oh, I'm like an hour, like just this video on repeat or like whatever might be going on.
My thing is I'll talk to like my sister.
Yeah.
I'll talk to her. We'll hang up. I couldn't tell you a single thing that we said to each other.
Yes.
And that
the forgetfulness is so real.
It's so real. And then she'll call me later.
It's like, oh, what did I just say?
And she'll be like, okay, so you know how I asked you to do that thing? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
No.
You didn't ask me to do anything. And she's like, yes, I did, Lauren. And I'm like, no, you didn't.
It is so scary though, because then I question myself. I'm like,
oh my God, am I crazy?
Did I? Like, or like people be like, oh, remember this one time where we did that? And I'm like,
no, I do not remember.
Yes.
Sure. No.
I believe you. I believe you more than I believe myself right now because I don't know. Because my sister also has the same thing. She also has ADD. So it's like, we'll be like, someone will mention something from like 3 years ago and she's like, I don't remember a single thing that you just said.
Was I alive at the time? What was happening?
Yeah. Was I present during that moment?
Yeah. Was I there?
It's very real. Like,
and when you're having a week, it's worse.
Oh, it's so much worse.
Yeah.
And I think the panic and the spiral of like, oh, I don't know what's going to go on with like my career, with the industry right now. Ooh, it's so spooky.
It's so spooky.
Very, very spooky right now. And I think there's also like, at least for me, like I want a family one day. I want, you know, certain things in life. I would like to have a boyfriend at some point, a committed long-term
You're like, let me put stipulations in there for the universe.
Exactly. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm running out of time. Like, but I also don't make time because I'm such a workaholic. Like I don't make time to like meet other people and like, oh my gosh.
Who has the time?
And just like my heart's like, and I'm like, oh no, like what's happening? And I think, I don't know, there's just so many things that I just don't know right now. And the fear of the unknown is so real. But I also like, I'm not kidding. I had that starting to happen at my desk and I was like, okay, I need to go touch some grass. Right
now. I need to leave the building I'm currently in.
And I'm not kidding. I literally just sat outside like on one of the like the lot benches or whatnot. And I was just like staring up at the sky and I just did a little prayer to myself because I was like, you know what? I need to recenter myself. Everything's going to be okay. Even if I don't know what's going to happen, everything's going to be okay. And I just need to breathe because there's a lot of things that I can't control.
Girl.
And it is what it is. And then I just took a few deep breaths and just stared up at the sky. And I was like, okay, I'm okay now.
We're not going to cry. Everything's going to be great.
We're not going to cry. Everything's going to be okay. Yeah.
You did the correct thing by.
It did take me a long time to learn though. How to calm myself down when I spiral out of control like that. Because man, I used to get panic attacks like no other.
So bad.
Well, and true, like everyone's process is different, but like once you find your thing that like recenters yourself, man, it is. Yeah. You're like, okay, self-regulating, self-soothing my emotions and like recentering yourself. The rest of my day was fine. The rest of my day, I was like, okay, I'm a little upset, but you know what? Everything's going to be okay. Yeah. Talk myself through it, and it's going to be good.
You want to know what I did?
What?
Because I had one of those days this week.
What day did you have it?
I think it was like Monday.
Dude, mine was Thursday. I was like, girl, no.
Jeez. Oof. On a Thursday?
Yeah. I was like, oh, man.
Ew. This is see, like starting your week, you're like, okay, it's a Monday, but like Thursday,
pretty much ending my week.
Ending your week, that's tough.
Yeah. Well, what did you do? Very curious, obviously.
So normally I would go on a walk. I love a walk.
Ooh, walks are so good. Out in nature, like fresh air. I'm like,
I go on a walk every day.
That's very healthy.
Thank you.
That's very healthy.
Thank you.
I need to do that more.
I actually can't really live without being able to go on walks or just like getting outside and moving in some way. Yeah. Not like working out. I don't need to go like
love me a workout.
Pump iron or whatever. Stupid Larry the Lobster visual. Yeah, just like doing one of these. Like, no.
Let's get ripped on the beach. You're like, what? I love him.
No, that's I mean literally going outside and just walking. I'm listening to an audiobook. I'm listening to music, whatever serotonin song is just feeding my soul at the moment. The whole time. I will listen to one song on repeat for 2 hours.
Oh, that hyperfixation, man. That hyperfixation.
Oh my God, it's so real. And it flips every time I go on a different, every time I go on a walk.
Well, that's good though.
Yeah. But what I did.
Oh, you didn't do that.
I didn't do that this week.
Copy.
Didn't go on a walk because it was gross outside.
Yeah.
And I was feeling bummed.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to go on a walk. I'm too sad. I don't want to leave.
Yeah. This self-pity, self-hate.
I was
like, lovely.
This sucks. I am not having a good time.
Yeah.
So I decided to put on a Halloween movie and put up my Christmas tree.
Oh my God. Okay.
In my bedroom. I can't believe you didn't see it when you're.
I didn't even see it. Wait, that's so cute though. Wait, but that's another soothing.
Yeah. It's the tactile.
Before November.
Activity.
No, I actually were. Well, so this is before Christmas. This is before Thanksgiving.
This is before, as we are currently recording, I'm going to break the fourth wall. As we're currently recording, this is before Halloween.
Yeah. So, just to put it in perspective, she has already put up Christmas.
I already have Christmas. And I have a little heater that when you turn it on, it has a fake fireplace at the bottom with sounds of a fireplace.
I love me a good
So literally
fireplace.
last night I plugged in my Christmas tree. I plugged in my little space heater because I was cold. I turned on the fake fireplace and I turned on my comfort show of the moment.
What comfort show are you watching?
I was telling you earlier I was watching 911.
911 pops off.
Oh,
so
it's
good.
actually so good. Normally,
Angela Bassett slays. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oliver Stark?
Oliver Stark.
Excuse me?
Woo!
Wow. Okay, I've never heard of this actor. No idea.
Me neither.
But
Me
holy
neither.
guacamole, Batman!
Wow.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah. So good.
And he has like the sexy armband tats.
Yes.
He's got some like cute forearm tats
yeah.
too.
Love.
And I love the birthmark. I'm like so here
I
for
know,
it.
it's so cute.
Yeah.
It's just like so unique and special. And I'm
It
like,
is.
Love you.
Yeah. But it's the easiest to watch, outrageous first responder procedural because it's not
the
just
scenarios
police.
are crazy. I'm like,
Literally, I was watching an episode about the
Yeah.
Santa Ana winds
That's
blowing
the
a bounce house 200 miles
that
into
is
the air
honestly so funny.
with 5 people and ain't no way. The Santa Anas are strong.
They're like
but if you've ever been to
flying
California,
through the air, you're like, what is this, Mary Poppins?
read Joden Didion's piece on the Santa Ana winds if you need a greater understanding of it. But I mean, the Santa Anas are not hurricane level winds.
Yes, like I remember. Oh man,
And it's in LA too, so every time
That's
I'm
what
like,
I
why are
mean.
you going that way to Van Nuys? Like, what are you doing?
Oh my
Why
gosh.
are you?
I do remember
can't.
there was an episode. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what season it started, but like it was the tsunami one.
Oh, I have not gotten there, but the review I
Girl.
was telling you I watched was talking about it. I
Girl.
can't. Some of the situations are so unrealistic.
It was so unrealistic, but honestly, period, because you know you got to make content for that show.
It's hilarious. I'd love to know where in downtown LA that gorgeous, gigantic fire station is.
No, honestly, I'm like West Hollywood. Is that
maybe?
But even in the corner though, that thing is like
That thing's huge.
huge.
And it's multiple levels.
I was like, no.
But, I mean,
I do laugh at that part though, because I'm like,
there is no space in LA.
the rent on that.
The rent would be what, 40 grand a month?
Oh, 100%.
On that piece, unless it was like donated.
But I love that show. That show is amazing.
Oh, love the show.
It's amazing.
So I turn that on to
I
like
love that.
self-soothe.
I love Angela Bassett. She slays.
She did the thing.
She did that thing.
Yeah.
And also Angela Bassett
her.
was my commencement speaker for my graduate. Oh my gosh.
Love.
I'm not kidding.
What a speaker.
Oh my gosh. What guys, I don't think you understand. When she was our speaker for our like what was it? Our graduation ceremony.
Yeah.
It was so insane because like the minute like all of our class like found out that she was gonna be like speaking to us, we're like
Everyone RSVP'd.
they're
yes.
like, we gotta do the thing. We gotta do the thing. And this was when Black Panther 2 came out. Or Black Panther Forever.
This thing. Oh, got it.
Immediate, like the
Wakanda
minute
Forever. Okay.
she came out, we were all like this, like,
Did she do it back?
and she was like, and we're like, oh my god.
Oh, I live.
Oh, we were like having the time of our lives, but like like our entire class like did the move, and it was like we were all just like fangirling
Honestly,
so
chills.
hard. Oh, and her like speaking voice, that woman is a queen. The speeches she gives is so eloquent and dramatic, and
It's so good.
I'm very much obsessed with her.
You
But yeah,
love her.
Love Angela
She's
Bassett.
so good in that show.
Oh my.
She's so good in that show.
She is.
Athena
Her-
Clark, we're here for you.
Her and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I
Jennifer
know.
Love Hewitt, love you from the Ghost Whisperer.
Jennifer. Oh my God, literally with Monahan. The one who plays her best friend with the.
Yes.
She is the reason I have earrings the way I have it. I'm trying to build her ears out because if you ever look at her, her ears are
Ear inspo.
lobe to top, like covered.
Dang.
She was my ear inspo.
Ear inspo. Oh.
It's just everywhere earring. I
didn't even notice that, to be honest.
Yeah, I loved the Ghost Whisperer.
Dude, Ghost Whisperer slaps. Love.
Yeah.
And I've
good.
met her in
The
person.
whole thing with her story.
I've met her in person. She is so incredibly
She's so
nice.
sweet.
And she like definitely has a vibe about her that I'm like, oh girl, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
She's just like, hi.
So incredibly
How are
kind.
you? I see your energy.
Yes. That part.
Yes.
That part 100%. Like she was so incredibly kind, and I was like, I just want everything to go right for you.
Honestly.
Like, you are just
I hope the show goes on forever.
I hope the show goes on forever too. Like these actors.
Yeah.
Like that cast in general is amazing.
Sorry.
What was that?
Sorry, there's a bug. I'm so sorry. It came out of nowhere and just shot into my eye line. I'm so sorry.
The fear. Because her face was like,
okay, because so the irritating thing is that I
I didn't even see it, bro. Was it like a gnat or was it?
I don't know. Honestly, I might be hallucinating it. I have pretty bad floaters in my left eye.
Oh my gosh.
Like bad ones. I've had
my friend has those. I don't know.
Eye issues. Have you had eye issues yet in your 20s?
Honestly, not yet. Well, I do have depth perception, so like when
No, Jess, I just bought my first pair of readers. I'm 29 and I just bought my first pair of readers.
Get your readers today.
Oh God, no!
Get your readers today, girlies.
It's so depressing.
No, it's so cute.
But they're not cute. They are not cute. And I have bad floaters, and sometimes I can't tell if it's a floater or a bug, and they come out of nowhere.
So you can't really register.
And I can't tell. And I have had situations where it has come upon me, and I'm like, oh, it's a floater, and all of a sudden there's a bug on my face. So I do not take the chances anymore.
Love it.
Just
swat those floaters away. Get out of my business.
It's been an interesting couple of years. Health and wellness wise.
Health and wellness.
Because
take care of your bodies, girls.
Listen.
Stress
is
the devil. Seriously.
That is, I literally, no, I'm being so for real.
She's being so serial.
Stress is the silent killer.
It really is.
It really, like.
Truly.
Oh my God. I was blind, but now I see. I was like, oh, I thought I had stress.
No.
Girl.
Like, oh God.
You're talking about having like a week. I've had 2 years. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
I've had a couple of years.
Girl.
I'm like, not to do the comparison.
No, it's so true.
But stress. And then when you're in the throes of it, you're having a year. And then on top of it, you're having a day.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, you're like, I am behind in life.
Yep.
Because I am dealing with all of these things.
Yeah. And half of that stuff you cannot control at all.
Can't even.
You have to. I think that's the thing that I'm trying to get to, like, our audience is like, half of those things you cannot control. So why are you stressing about it?
But then you go on social media and 15 of your friends are engaged and or getting married and or on their honeymoon.
Or
and
having babies,
announcing they bought homes, announcing their new.
I'm like, how can you afford a home in this economy?
Their new.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm.
What?
See, I'm already.
I know it's and then you're like on social media and you're seeing all these things. And you're like, okay, well,
what am I doing?
Life looks a little bit different for me.
100%.
It's not bad. It's just different.
It is different.
But then all of a sudden you get in your own head and you're like, okay, I'm this old. Mm-hmm. And I'm turning this old this year. Mm-hmm. And I should have this, and this. And I don't. Therefore, I mean less. I'm not as worthy to the market or to society or whatever.
Yes.
I shouldn't feel good about things in my life.
Which is so incredibly sad. And it's also the realest feeling ever because I think when I'm speaking for the both of us right now, I think we're both very ambitious people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so I think there's, like, we've kind of talked about this, like, there's a lot of things we want to do.
Yeah.
But I think there's also internal biological clock, at least for me, that freaks me out. I'm like,
for like a family?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're on the family timeline.
I'm on the family timeline.
Okay.
But in terms of like careers, like what we want to do, and like I feel like we're very passionate people, and like we're very much go-getters, but it's also we're in a place right now where like we can't really do that.
Because friends from high school are married and they have babies, but we're also like, oh my God, hold on, I have to pay my rent.
No, like literally that part. Like, hold on. And also our careers too. Like our industries are just in kaputs right now. In the kaput.
In the kaput.
in the doo-doo.
COVID done did tank our careers.
No, I think that's what it is. Because that's why I'm like, we would be 100% like on that grind.
But also it's not ageist, but there is an age gate.
Yes.
That you can't breach the threshold of either of our industries until you're a certain age, because they don't want to work with young people.
No, and I think it's also this weird, I don't even know what to call it, like, oh, we don't want to pass on that responsibility to you just yet.
You don't have enough experience.
You don't have enough experience, which, like, look, I mean, how else are you going to get experience?
Listen, Tina. I've got more experience
Tina.
in my left pinky from the past 2 years than you have in your whole being. And I have no idea.
And I think,
like,
and I think, like, it's like going through like the ringer, or like going through the fire. Like, I feel like we have like old souls, so it's like we can get along with.
I'm ancient on the inside. I am ancient. My bones are tired.
My bones are tired.
I'm a weary traveler. Yeah,
my bones are brittle.
My bones are brittle. I'm going to break.
My arteries are like dry.
If I'm not in bed by 7:30,
don't
I'm a
come.
Husk. Yeah. I am no more. Like, no, literally, my brain ceases to function.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just I don't understand. I mean, this is what's so hard is like I understand the ageism thing where it's like, oh, you don't want to give it, to someone who's in their 20s, but it's also like,
please,
like, read the person, like, especially someone who's like been through so many different situations and knows how to act on the fly and like. I don't know.
Also, you have a house. Let me get money so I can even hope to dream to buy one.
Exactly.
Can you give me 5 minutes? But also,
can you give me five more minutes?
I was gonna sing the "Give Me 5 More Minutes."
See, oh my God, I love.
That's such a good song. Love the Jonas Brothers. Anyway, no, but like the ageism thing.
Yeah.
You then internalize it as if it's your fault.
Yeah.
And you go, oh my God, I need to be so much. See, for me, I'm not on the family timeline. I'm on the career timeline.
See, I think I'm on both because I'm like, I got to do this.
Yeah.
But also do this at the same time.
Yeah.
But how can I do this and that at the same time? Because I want to be, a badass and like do the things that I want to do. Yeah. But I also want to have a family too. So I'm like, how is that even possible? Like,
I have no idea. Because then, again, you're looking at and comparing yourself to others around you.
Yes, the comparison is also
it's so
terrible,
sick because you play this game with yourself where you're like, I need to be 3 years ahead of where I currently am.
Oh. Yeah.
And it's like, but it's not my fault.
100%.
I'm doing literally everything to get into this industry, to progress in my career. But the gates are closed. There's only so many people you can take out for a coffee chat.
Yeah. The lights are off.
You go crazy. The lights are off.
They're ghosting you on LinkedIn.
They're yelling at you to get off their lawn. Like,
get off my lawn.
Literally.
Yeah, you're like, come on, dude.
No, it's so bad.
I got to hustle, but like...
But there's
nobody's answering the door.
There's no hustle to be had because you've hustled out. And then it's this internalized panic that for me, it stems with my career trajectory and where I know I should be, where I'm capable of being, and where I want to be. Then I check back into my reality and it tumbles into, I don't have the marriage. I don't have the house. I don't have the career. So what do I have? Like what am I doing? Like
what am I doing?
What am I doing on this space rock floating in a sea of nothingness, puppeting a skeleton-covered meat suit. What am I doing with my life?
Not the meat suit.
The meat suit.
The meat suit is
if you
so
watch
real.
Supernatural.
Yes.
But
no, it's so real though.
for real. But then it's also like time is an illusion.
Yeah.
So then I'm on the other side of like, okay, well, I'm only 29. I have
Yeah.
so much time. I'm still young statistically. But then the existentialism it's just never ending.
I think when you're in the middle of it, it's very much
it's
like,
so bad.
oh God.
It's the panic and the I
Yeah.
need to go touch grass.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
like coming back and like, in a sense, regrounding yourself, I think
Yeah.
is so important. Because I think there's just so much that like your brain is just going to, ladies, when your brain is going literally 1,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I can't stop myself. What do I do?
Yeah.
Find whatever thing you need to do to regulate, whether it's your body, your mind, recentering yourself.
Yeah.
It is so, so important.
Because
you will go down that spiral and you will stay there for like a month.
But it's not even, I mean, that, oh my God.
Seriously.
No, literally though.
Yeah.
I love that you said that, recentering yourself, but I also want to remind everyone in the audience a journey that I have been on the past couple of years that I didn't realize I so desperately needed to focus on, that I'm currently working on a project that will hopefully lead to something in the future, which I'll tell you about later, but I can't talk about it now. But I'm working on a project that focuses on self-acceptance, self-actualization, inner confidence, you are exactly enough for you. You don't need to be enough for literally anybody else on the planet except for yourself, because you are the only one who has to live your life.
Can we get a round of applause? Like that part is so, like the minute you start accepting and like quite literally loving yourself again.
Loving yourself, loving where you're at in your life.
Yes.
Because then when you, like you said earlier, check in with yourself and you're going, okay, I'm looking at social media and this girl has these things. Mm-hmm. Do I even want those things right now in my life?
Now,
yeah. If I had them right this very second, would I be so excited, or would it feel like something else I have to stress about 100%. That I currently don't have on my plate?
Yeah.
And then you can weigh it.
In social media, I mean, here's the thing, to be quite real. There's so many things on social media that people post about and it all looks so lovely and happy and sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes that is not the truth. And you yourself have to realize that. It's like, wow, that looks so amazing. Oh my gosh, there might be drama or stuff behind the scenes, or they might be happy and carefree and loving. And that is okay
you don't know.
too. But you don't know.
And you never will.
100%. And I always believe too, is like things are supposed to happen when they're supposed to happen. If whatever happens in your life, or you're like, oh, I don't know about this. It's supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen. Good, bad, or otherwise too. Where it's like, why is this happening to me right now? This is the worst thing I've ever gone through in my life. Sometimes that can be the most like life-changing thing ever, and it makes you grow even more.
Yeah.
It's like a phoenix through the fire. I always compare myself. I'm like, I feel like a phoenix because I feel like, oh, this is the path I'm supposed to take. Wrong, burned to death, and then reborn from the ashes.
Burned to death.
Burned to death again one more time, and then reborn. I was like, oh, surely I'm done.
Yeah.
Done. Reborn from the ashes one more time, lit myself on fire. Like, it's just constantly... You know, a phoenix.
A phoenix. I like to think of myself, my life. Do you do this ADHD thing where you think of yourself as, I constantly envision myself on purpose, well, also sometimes inadvertently, but I just visualize myself like I'm on a TV show. This is season 29, episode 1, and I am in the middle of it.
Yes.
In Friends, they're in their late 20s.
People don't
and
realize
they don't
that.
Realize that. They're in their late 20s in season 1. They're in their mid 30s by the end of the show. So 100%. They're not 21 at the start.
Which is so funny when you put that in perspective. You're like, Oh my
God. Yeah.
Okay, we're not alone.
We're not alone. It's okay.
That TV show is so important,
I'm
man.
like, okay, I'm in a season. This is a new season.
Yep.
Episode 1. I'm just
We
going
just
through
left
it.
on a cliffhanger last week.
Welcome back, audience.
What will she do then this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that is so funny. Yeah. I
what
do something very similar.
Yeah. Where I'm like, okay, I hope someone's laughing at that because I can't believe that just happened.
100%.
Yeah.
You're like, God is laughing at me right now.
Yeah. Oh.
What is happening?
Because I didn't plan for that.
Because I did not plan for that at all. That is so real. I love that.
That's what I do to make myself feel better. Because for real, though.
Find your thing.
Yeah.
Find your thing.
Because it's so hard. I feel like also right now with things the way they are in the world, in whatever country you're in, we're in the United States. So you know how things are going here.
Yep.
So, I mean, the world around you is in complete chaos and upheaval.
Yeah.
So centering yourself in the middle of that while your life is also experiencing some type of upheaval, not an easy task.
No.
Give yourself some grace.
Yeah. Be nice to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's too much where like the pressure is just so overwhelming.
So overwhelming.
To the point where I'm like, it's honestly what it is. You're self-sabotaging yourself.
Completely. You're turning it into your own self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes.
And I have caught myself doing that.
Oh, I do that
multiple
all
times.
the time.
Like
all
this
the time.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? It is what it is. But
Yeah.
I think like just find your thing, find a way to like recenter yourself, get back to what is important in your life, whatever that may be.
Yes.
Career, family, you know, friendship. Friendship is
Friendship.
huge. No, seriously.
Friendship is magic.
Friendship is magic. And I think like if you have like your cohort, your group, like your tribe, like
Yeah.
oh my gosh. I mean, venting and trauma bonding
Ooh.
is the best thing ever.
It's a thing.
It's the best thing ever.
Whoa.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So just take care of yourselves out there.
Take care of yourself. Find something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Just one thing. It doesn't have to be an Instagram hobby.
Yeah.
I
mean, it could be like painting.
It could be anything.
It could be like flower crown weaving. Like
literally
like, great.
painting, collecting something, organizing something. Like in the moment, find something that you
100%.
enjoy.
Yeah.
We're all going to be okay. This is just a wild ride. We're in the middle of our seasons, you know? It's,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an experience.
It's going to be okay.
I know. Listen.
Guys, it's going to be okay.
That's what we have to keep telling ourselves.
You know what? Fake it till you make it.
Love. Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. I like, you know,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. Just keep swimming. Keep going through your day.
Absolutely.
You are enough.
Oh yeah, you have your Just Keep Swimming tattoo.
I do. I do have a Just Keep Swimming tattoo.
I love.
It's in my mom's handwriting.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know. She used to say it to me every day in high school. Well, middle school, high school, but most seriously in high school. Not because of Disney, but because I used to be such a water baby and just swim. Like you could not get me out of the water. And it morphed into the Disney joke, but it was just get through your day.
It.
Just keep swimming no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Just keep going. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you are exactly who you are and that's enough and that's okay. Just keep going. You know, now that we've done the heavy thing, let's focus on maybe something a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
That was just heavy on our brains because it's been...
We needed to get it off.
We had a lot to get off our chests. It's been a minute.
Yeah. And hopefully you guys can relate to that.
Yeah.
And if you don't, great. It's great
if
for you.
If you don't, cool. Enjoy that for you. So cool. If you did, leave a comment.
Yeah.
You know, just a big heart emoji. Just something that you get it.
To show us that, like, we're not alone.
We're not alone. We need some We're Not Alone support. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
But to move on to lighter, it's time for us to move on to a segment called Blonde Brainwaves. And today, our question is a bit of a dreamy one, if you ask me, because I wrote it.
I love.
And it's if you could live inside any painting, which one would it be? This could be a life-changing decision if this was ever like a real thing.
I think so too. And imagine like being part of an iconic scene forever. Like, do I want something calm or full of drama?
Ooh,
that's a big question.
I know.
That is a really big question.
It's a big question. So I have my pick, but I feel like this could get really interesting.
Ooh, okay. I want to hear your pick first because I feel like mine's like very like, guys, I have a very limited like
no,
art.
you're gonna go first.
No, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, I'll go.
Why can't you go first?
I feel like my art like brain isn't as broad as yours.
That's okay.
But I know this sounds so
you don't have to
odd.
know everything about art to enjoy it.
I know, but I want to. I want to learn more. I love learning. I love my intellectual people. Yes. So I would actually be as weirdly of a choice this is, or just chaotic, The Last Supper.
Period. Oh, period.
Because
pop off.
I was like, I think there's like a mixture of like drama, sadness, happiness,
slay.
Like, I mean, to be like sat at a dinner table with like all those people
with Jesus
himself. And also too like all the different side conversations. That to me,
to be a fly on the wall,
on the wall during that entire evening.
Judas,
no.
Have you seen that TikTok anyway out there?
Yes. Oh gosh. No, I feel like there's so many different side conversations and tangents and like the drama of it all. I'm just like so curious what that dynamic is like during that evening.
What's the vibe in that room?
I don't know. I think that's what it is. It's like, I don't know. I think there's just so many. Well, it's definitely sadness towards the end of it because obviously, like, you know, Jesus tells them without telling them, like, hey, so I'm not going to be here for the long haul.
Happen. Yeah.
So I'm just so curious, like, just to be like a fly on the wall during like that scene, because I think the way the scene is like painted is also very interesting too.
Yeah,
because it's so big. Well, because you've actually seen it in person, correct?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No, this is one of the only major paintings I haven't seen.
Really?
Yeah, there's maybe like a handful of big art historical paintings I have not seen in person, and this is one of them.
Dang, because
I have a list of like big ones, and this is
perfect. Because the one that we went to,
I'm so mad about it.
Where did we go?
We went to the Science Center.
The Science Center.
The actual fresco. It's not a painting, and it's not in a it is a painting, but it's not in a frame. It's a fresco that was painted on a wall in a very small church in Milan.
This is why I love her so much. She's so brilliant.
Oh my god, no, this is like common knowledge.
No, but I love.
But the reason
you have such an in-depth of like this, and I'm very obsessed.
Leonardo painted it with a experimental makeup, like an experimental,
first of all, crazy
of recipe for fresco. That's why it's crumbling. That's why it's not gonna make it long term.
Man, that's so sad.
Oh, and it's already been so significantly damaged. When he painted it, it was full wall, all of the feet. You could see floor to ceiling, like you could see everything. The center where Jesus is sitting, his feet and everything underneath him at the table has been cut off for a doorway now. So it's been crazy. Irreparably damaged.
Man.
Whoever did that to a Leonardo da Vinci fresco.
For shame.
You're on my list.
You're on the list. No, seriously.
And it's crumbling because he used an experimental recipe. It was temperamental. He hadn't used it before. And it wasn't perfectly thought out the way previous frescoes have been,
which is crazy because that's one of probably the most iconic paintings that
like ever.
I mean, so the fact that he was experimental about it is
frescoes
crazy.
Is basically cement with pigment in it. You're basically cementing onto a wall. That's why. Okay, why do you think ancient Egyptian tombs did this with such vibrant colors, why they still last. Like if you go into Tutankhamun's tomb, it's still so vibrant.
Like the pigment itself is super,
it's because it's a fresco.
Vibrant. Yeah. That's
and
so
all
wild.
these like ancient temples, they still have things.
Yeah.
The Vatican has things on the walls. It's there. It's because it's a fresco.
Yeah.
He didn't use the same recipe.
Of course he didn't.
So it's crumbling.
You silly man.
Silly man. Well, all geniuses are mad in some type of way.
Very
and
true.
A genius.
Yeah.
So this painting, I think it's brilliant of an answer because number one, it's not going to be around.
And that's why it's like very cheap because
there's so much hidden.
It's going to be gone like within what is it?
There's music hidden in it too.
See, like, come on. Like, that is such an interesting, obviously the painting is very iconic, but I think the backstory of the painting, like what a world to be in. And also like, think of like, oh gosh, like what's that like Doctor Who episode?
Where Van Gogh?
Where Van Gogh gets to see.
Oh my God.
That gets me so emotional every single time.
Oh my God. Where Van Gogh comes to modern times and they go to, is it the National Gallery in London?
I'm think pretty so. Sure it is. Yeah.
One of my favorite museums of all time. And he goes into the Van Gogh room.
Yes. And gets like the compliment of a lifetime. Because he
only sold one painting in his entire life. And it was to his brother.
Which is so, I mean, is so sentimental, but also so sad.
Yeah.
Because he lives such a very like...
Do you subscribe to the conspiracy theory that he was murdered by children in a field? Or do you think he committed suicide?
What?
Do you not know about that?
I thought he committed suicide.
No, there's like a whole theory. I subscribe to the theory that
right now.
Vincent van Gogh was shot and killed by 3 little boys in a field because he was strange and weird and they had a gun and they killed him and he covered it up so they wouldn't get in trouble. I like, you can't shake me on my thought that Vincent van Gogh died protecting those children because they killed him by accident.
Oh.
That's like a whole conspiracy theory.
I have never heard of that.
Really?
I am so shook right now.
Oh my God. That's like a whole thing.
How old are the children?
Young, like 10. Neighborhood, like village children. Because Vincent was... He was different. He was weird. I firmly believe he was on the spectrum.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
His paintings.
Oh my God. His paintings, he suffered so severely. I mean, some of his most famous works, he was in a hospital, you know? Starry Night was painted looking out the window of a hospital.
That is so crazy.
Honestly.
I've never heard of that theory.
Yeah. That they had been teasing him and bullying him. Like, this is a known thing that he'd had a problem.
I remember like he got heavily bullied, but I don't even know about the children. That's crazy.
That they went into a field and they had like a gun and they shot him because the way he was shot, it was like in his stomach coming upward. So how do you do this? So it was at the height of like a child in his stomach shooting straight on. But for him, because he's tall, it slightly goes up. So who does that?
Oh,
to themselves. That's like the weirdest thing ever. And then he dragged himself out of that field back to the village to die in his room after his brother showed up like a day later.
So what do you think? Like the kids killed him and then dragged his body?
No, they disappeared. They ran.
So how did he get back to the...
He dragged himself back.
Man. Oh, that's a terrible way to die.
I know.
Damn.
Yeah. He did not have an easy life.
God.
I mean,
wow, that's rough.
Yeah. Wow. That's like a whole conspiracy that I seriously recommend everyone looking into it because it's wild.
I got to find the YouTube channel for that because
art history conspiracy theories are like my favorite.
That is crazy. Oh my God, I love that. Wait, so what is your pick? Because mine's very like...
No, yours is so good. I'm sorry. I cut you off. You were talking about yours.
No, I just think it would be so cool to like be in that room, to be in a fly on a wall, and also like the setting and like what a historic like moment that was.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, just like to be in the middle of like the drama and like all the different side conversation. I think that would just be like a really, and the painting is so beautiful and also so sad and mysterious because there's so many different side conversations just like within the painting, like just like horizontally. It's just so interesting to me. So yeah, that would be my pick.
That's a good one.
Okay, so what's yours?
Okay.
Because I feel like you're going to have like a very, very cool answer compared to mine.
I don't know if I have like a cool answer. So I have 3, but I've narrowed it down to 2.
Okay.
Okay, so the first probably obvious totally obvious choice for me because it's my favorite painting of all time is Fragonard's The Swing.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, love.
Yes. The 19th century piece, and I'm obsessed.
That's so pretty. And very dynamic. Very dynamic piece.
Very dynamic. Did I say 18th, 19th century piece? The movement, the flow of her dress, the coloring, her shoe taking off in flight, the weird dude in the back like holding on. The little cherubs.
Real, like what is he doing?
I know, it's the little cherubs. Oh, I am obsessed.
Yeah,
I love it so much. It's my favorite painting. I cried when I saw it. It's at the Wallace Collection in London.
Oh.
I stood in front of it. I was with my friend Chris. Shout out Chris.
Shout out Chris.
With me. We went and I stood there and I was like, I'm gonna need a minute.
You know what? To take in a painting and I could have stood there all
day.
Oh, love.
Oh my God, I could have stood there all day.
With like headphones and like music. Oh, that's like my favorite thing. Like dissociating, just like
oh my God. And
you're like, yes.
The feeling of this painting. I want the dress. I want the color. I want the swing.
The flowers.
It's my favorite painting of all time. I don't know. I know why, but I also don't know why. It's my favorite painting.
It's a feeling. I feel like
it's a feeling.
I feel like art. I mean, I don't know that much about art, but like when I do see art, it's very much a feeling.
Yeah,
of like I'm very attracted to this painting.
Yes,
don't know why.
Yes,
but I love.
And when I said I'm 18th century, it's very Rococo in the dress with the bows and the layers and the powdered wigs and the coats, and I want it and I love it, and it gives me so much happiness, and I could live swinging on that swing.
Swinging on the swing.
Swinging on a swing all
that
day. That
swing actually looks so much fun.
So much fun. She's getting so much air too.
Yeah,
she's like halfway up, and she's just living life. She just kicks her shoe right off.
She's like, I don't need these. I don't need these.
And it's like the prettiest little pink slipper with a bow on it. And it's like,
so
I want
cute.
that. Oh my God. It's my favorite. It's my favorite piece of all time. I would live in that one.
Oh.
I would also.
And what a great like weather in that situation.
Oh, it's perfect. It's always sunny.
Looks like the perfect day.
Yeah. You're always in a beautiful, dreamy little garden.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello. Oh my
Hello.
God. Love that for you.
Yes. It's eternal spring.
What a good pick.
Right? There's that one. Or there is The School of Athens by Raphael. It's at the Vatican.
Athens.
The School of Athens
Ooh.
is a painting that depicts the world's greatest minds. Like in the very center is Aristotle.
Oh,
you know,
I know which one you're talking about.
Yes.
For a second, I was like,
it's huge.
What?
Because
I was thinking of like the wrestler one. I was like, that's the one. Okay.
The wrestler one.
Yeah, I thought there was like one where there's like a bunch of like wrestler. That's more Roman, but there's like
oh, you mean like pottery?
Yeah,
like
but
there's Hercules.
Yeah, but I think there's one that looks like I think it's a painting. Maybe I just made that up in my mind.
There's so many like men wrestling each other in red slip Greek and Roman pottery.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh, period.
There's so much.
I was like, oh. What a great choice selection.
I really think your answer, you should go back in time to the first Olympics. I think you would have had a great time there.
I would have been like, wow.
Wow.
Very cool.
They're so oily. Honestly.
Oh my God.
No, but for real though.
Okay, sorry. I know which painting you're talking
it's
about.
So good. I know. I love it. Oh my God. I think it's hilarious.
Oh my God. That is so funny. But yes, the great minds.
The great minds. Some of the greatest artists are depicted in it. And I think I think it would be so fascinating, even though I disagree with a lot of the philosophers and their philosophies. I think
the philosophers
and the philosophies of the stone. I think it would be incredibly interesting to hear the conversations that literally shaped the way our world is run. Our governments are run. Democracy was formed. The way that we view the world and each other was shaped by the men depicted in that painting.
Gosh, that's so true.
And I hate that it's not women, but I think... Period. Because we could have had some insight about that if you think about it.
Exactly.
Probably had a couple things to add to that conversation.
Add to the list.
Of problems that are happening. They probably could have prevented the fall of Rome, if you know what I'm saying. I mean,
learn your lesson.
I mean, also, we know about Atlantis. Cleopatra is as big of a myth as it is because those men wrote about it.
Yeah.
We are obsessed with it because they created the myth, the legend, the glory. They wrote the stories of like why we care.
So crazy.
The City of Gold. I mean, So I think it would be, and then also to be surrounded by the artists in it. I think would also just be. I would love to just pick the brain of a couple of those artists.
Do you know what's so funny? I just realized both of us have picked paintings that involve like conversation.
Yeah.
And us being flies on the walls of those conversations.
I think we like to chat.
Hello. Makes sense.
We love a yap.
We love a good yap. We love a good like just conversation, like whether it's drama, whether it's philosophies, whether it's like differing opinions. That is so funny though.
Yeah.
But that would be, I mean, to be a fly on the wall during that point in time.
I mean, even though it's fictionalized because they didn't all live at the same time.
Absolutely.
I think being in that painting.
That would be so cool.
I think it'd be so cool. And I'm so sad that I didn't get to see it. It's at the Vatican, but it's in a private room. And when I was at the Vatican, I couldn't
The Vatican
get
was like,
in.
not for you.
Not today.
Not today.
I mean, you get to look at the tapestry of Alexander's entrance into Babylon, but you do not get to see the School of Athens.
Your eyes. Your unholy eyes cannot lay upon that. Yeah.
It would literally, if they're like, it's the ending of Indiana Jones and like the knowledge melting
them. Your flesh.
Yeah. Oh, because Last Supper.
Period. And it all comes back around.
Full circle. There we go.
That is so wild.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
a good pick.
Thank you.
That's a really good pick.
I'm so sad I didn't get to see that. There's a place in Pompeii I didn't get to see when I was in Pompeii. I didn't get to see the Last Supper in Milan. There's a couple of big hitters for me. Dang. Like the Villa of Mysteries in Pompeii. Ooh. Holy guacamole, Batman.
Anything Pompeii.
It's a Bacchanalian cult house.
The hell is this stuff you say that comes out of your mouth? And I'm like, what is that? A cult house?
It's a hedonistic love den.
Oh, period.
Yeah.
Period.
There are spicy scenes.
It's okay. You'll teach me more about that.
Oh, no, I'll tell you all about it. Look it up. It's so good. No, it's wild. It's where they celebrated Bacchus, the god of wine, Dionysus.
Oh, I love Dionysus.
Dionysus, Bacchus. Same god, two different names.
Period.
Yeah, it's like Minerva, Athena, different gods, different names, same goddess.
Copy that.
Yeah, that's Zeus, so Jupiter. It just depends, Greek or Roman.
Yeah, Greek and Roman names.
Roman names, yeah. Bacchus, Dionysus.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's where Bacchanalia comes from. Like joy, celebration. It's Bacchanalian joy. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is so interesting. I don't know what that specific thing that you're talking about looks like.
The villa.
But I'm going to put it in there.
Ooh.
So I'm going to put it in.
It depicts different scenes on the wall. Not all of them PG.
No.
It's...
No, I can't. I can't.
Because listen, Pompeii was like ancient times Vegas. If you know what I mean.
And everyone's dying. So they're like, we might as well.
Well, rich people would take their love slaves there and enjoy time away from their families. That's why they're carved into the ground. That's not a joke. I have photographic evidence. That's like actually 1,000% true.
We're going to put it in and then it's going to be blurred. Just to like show proof.
That's like not a joke though. That's so for real. And Bacchus.
I just wonder what the archaeologists were like looking at. Just like,
they had a day. You think you had a day? They had a day.
They had a day.
Yeah. Because there's like dead bodies, but also there's like orgies on the wall.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Because that's hedonism. That's like sex, drugs, rock and roll. That's hedonism. That's where it comes from. Is like this cult of giving in to all of your sins and wildest fantasies and desires.
Is so wild.
So that's what the cult was.
Pompeii, Las Vegas.
Pompeii.
Listen, crazy.
Karma.
Very much karma. God was
when I was there,
God was like,
"You're done." Zeus was like, "Listen,
y'all are done."
No, I've seen all I needed to see.
He was like, ew.
I mean, there were innocent people that were died.
I know, it's very sad.
It's an absolute tragedy.
Very sad.
But also, my Instagram caption when I was there, when I was there, I said, "Oh my God, I'll have a good cry." It's so funny. It's only funny to me and probably you.
I'm gonna put it in here.
The picture of me there, because it was. Quote, "The floor is lava. Everyone, 79 AD."
Yes.
That's so mean. I can't believe I did that.
That's actually so funny.
But
very iconic of you.
It's kind of funny.
Oh my God, of course it is.
The floor is lava. It's
Guys,
so messed up.
Get a sense of humor if you don't think that's funny.
I mean, they made the same joke in Loki season 1 when they went back to Pompeii.
Exactly. That was very iconic though. I love that scene. I was like,
every time travel show ever goes back to Pompeii to try to stop the eruption of Vesuvius. Every single one.
Sometimes it was just meant to be. Oh man. Oh, that's so rough.
Yeah, that's messed up.
That's a great caption though.
Thank you.
I love that.
I felt bad about it, but I'd also had 3 glasses of wine, so I felt less bad about it.
Dionysus helped you come up with that.
Bacchus, man. He did it. He did the thing.
Oh my gosh. Guys, what a crazy episode.
We're sorry, but also thank you.
Yeah, thank you for allowing us to just yap. And I think that's a wrap for today. I really appreciate you guys. We both appreciate you guys. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you're loving the Broke Blonde Diaries, thank you, first of all.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. If you would rate us and review us wherever you're listening to, it helps us a ton.
Yes. Anywhere your pods are cast. We hope you got as much out of today's episode as I feel like we did. I feel like we got a lot out of us and off our chest.
Yeah.
So continue to follow us. Please follow us on social media. Anywhere you can find us at the Broke Blonde Diaries. Anywhere you want to go for behind the scenes.
And if you guys want to
weird stuff,
if you guys want to watch us like make a fool of ourselves,
yeah,
please go to our YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, turn post notifications on. And we're just here to entertain you. Yeah. We're here to make you laugh. If you're having a good day, if you're having a bad day, if
leave a comment about it.
Are you winning your Tuesday?
Are you winning your Tuesday? We hope you are. Or whatever day you're listening to this.
Whatever day you're listening to. Yeah. Guys, we love you so much, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.